thank you so very much for being here today to celebrate an absolutely awesome milestone in Silvia Martinez's Mary Kay journey. So just give yourselves a round of applause for being here. It is hard to get out of bed when it's raining. I get it. I've been there before. I might have been there today at like 8 in the morning when I really didn't want to go work out, but I did it anyway. And so I just applaud y'all for being here in spite of the weather, in spite of anything else that's going on in your life that would have just been an easy excuse to say, I'm just going to stay home. And let me tell you, I promise you, you will be blessed by being here. And I know that you know that because that's why you're here. We have an absolutely awesome event planned for you. We have a phenomenal guest speaker that you're going to meet in just a little while. But first and foremost, I'm just here to welcome you. If you're a guest here today, we're so thankful that you're here. If you're a consultant, if you're a director, we're just honored by your presence today. And so welcome to our most powerful, purposeful pink bubble. And at this time, I'd like to introduce the lady that is going to start us off, as we always do at Mary Kay events, with a prayer. So if you could help me welcome Maria Johnston up to the front, please.
Carol.
Good afternoon, ladies. God bless you all. You all look beautiful. And it's my privilege and it's my honor to be here and to just be at this event, to be a blessing to you all for your dedication or directorship celebration. I just wanted to share one thing with you. I know that Mary Kay stands for God first, family second, and career third. And so I want to give honor and glory to the Lord first of all, because without Him, we wouldn't be here, and Silvia wouldn't be here, and Silvia wouldn't be doing the great things that she's doing now if it wasn't for the Lord. So I want to share something really brief with you, and it is found in Psalm 37, verse 4, and it says, "Delight yourself in the Lord, and He will give you the desires of your heart." He says, trust in Him in all of your ways, and He will bring it to pass. He will do this. Now, I've known Silvia for a little bit, and when I first met her, I could tell immediately that she loved the Lord. I could tell immediately that she trusted the Lord. I could tell immediately that she had a faith that was very strong in the Lord, and that she has a strong relationship with Him. So that was evident from the very beginning, and so I think that it's pleased the Lord this day to come to pass in Silvia's life. And it's only because she does delight in the Lord and trusts in Him and everything that she does. And so join with me in a prayer of thanksgiving more than anything. And so, Father, we just come before you and we give you thanks, God. Honor and glory is due to you, Lord. And we know all things and all blessings come from you, God. And so we just thank you so much for what you're doing in Silvia's life, God. I just thank you so much, God, for this day, Lord, that has pleased you to come to pass in her life. And God, so I just pray in Jesus' name, God, that you would continue to bless her and strengthen her, God, and direct her in everything that she does. And Lord, just as Jabez prayed that prayer, that said, Lord, that you would bless me indeed, that you would enlarge my tent. Oh God, that your hand would be with me and upon me. God, that you would make this all to be a blessing and not a harm to anyone. Lord God, in that prayer that he prayed, faith, energy, and you enjoyed that, Lord God. You delighted in that prayer. God, and then your word says that you made it come to pass. So God, just in Jesus' name, I just ask that you would be the director, God, in Silvia's life. That as she turns this corner, God, and you place in her life, God, to be a director of Mary Kay, God, that she would be the director in her life. And we dedicate this directorship to you, God. Be glorified in everything that she does. And we ask this, Lord, in Jesus' powerful name. God, we know that all things with you are possible. In Jesus' name, amen.
Amen.
Can the Lord praise offering?
At this time, I'd like to welcome up one of our phenomenal future bold area directors. Her name is Carrie Weaver. Y'all all know her very well, and she is going to recognize our career path. We always want to recognize and honor our beauty consultants that are present here. So y'all give it up for Carrie as she does that.
Again, welcome. I'm excited to see everyone here. I'm excited to see so much red in the room, so that's exciting. everyone and where they are in the career path. So we're going to start with brand new consultants or consultants who haven't yet started building their team. Go ahead and hop to your feet if you're a new consultant or you haven't yet started building a team. Waving back there. Alrighty, and if you are if you're a senior consultant, you have 1 to 2 active team members. Go ahead and hop to your feet. All right, congratulations, ladies. Now you'll see a sea of red. So if you are a star team builder with 3 to 4 active team members, hop to your feet, please. Love it. Nice. Congratulations, ladies. If you're a team leader with 5 to 7 active team members, hop to your feet. Any future directors in the house?
Position open.
Awesome. Close, right? And then, do you have cues in the house?
The position just got taken away.
Position open. Awesome. All right, ladies, we've got some positions to fill in. Silvia opened that spot up for us, so there's room. There's room for it. Are we having each director introduce herself? Perfect. So I'll start then. I'm Carrie Weaver. I'm probably the newest director on the block. I have been associate director with Mary Kay since January. I'm loving. I'm the director of Weaver's Elite Warriors. Chevy Cruise Driving Warriors. So thank you for that. I am, as Emily said, I'm an offspring of Emily, so I'm part of her future bold area. And I'll let each director go ahead and introduce herself. Oh, thank you. I love everything about my business. Every time that I get asked that question, it's something different. Since I'm going on vacation on Monday to Mary Kay, not again, I haven't gone yet. I leave Monday. So this week then is the fact that with my Mary Kay tax advantages, I get to go to Europe every summer with my mom. And B, because I have flexible hours, I get to go to Europe every summer with my mom. And C, because I have a business that will keep working even when I'm not here. I love my Mary Kay. So thank you. Thank you.
I'm saying Silvia. My name is Emily Lopez. I am the proud director of Elos Elite from Beaumont, Texas. Amazing pink Cadillac unit. I'm just so honored to represent them. We're having our very best year ever with 3 offspring directors this year. Wow. So that's and ready for many more. Yes, ma'am. What I love most about my Mary Kay business is the flexibility. Before Mary Kay, I was a bilingual educator, so I taught 4th and 5th grade, all the subjects in Spanish. I loved my job, I loved my kiddos, but it was very time consuming. Back then, we didn't really have a lot of Spanish resources, so I had to translate a lot of my own things. It was literally like a 75-hour to 80-hour a week job, which was fine until I started my own family. And then when I started my own family, I needed to have that flexibility, but yet still bring in some sort of income. And so Mary Kay's been able to completely replace, double, and triple even my teaching income. And more importantly, I have the flexibility to be with my kids. I work out at 9 a.m. every single morning. You will not reach me from 9 to 10 a.m. every single morning because I'm at the gym. And, you know, I wouldn't be able to do that if I didn't have the flexibility that Mary Kay offers. So I'm just very thankful for that, and I'm thankful that you are all here today.
Okay, let me get up here. My name is Cristina Hernandez, and I am the proud director of Christina's Challengers in Action Unit. I've been in Mary Kay for 4 years now, and just loving it. Started out by someone telling me not to do it because it was a scam. But anyway, we got started, and we've already earned our second pink Cadillac. We've got to wait until the end of June to finish qualifying period. But since that's actually 6 cars that I've actually earned, but I actually skipped over a few cars that we didn't ever take possession of. Since then, I've earned lots of diamonds, and we currently have earned the top trip and the top prestige trip. So we're going to Rome, Italy, and Venice. I think that probably what could have held me back at the time would have been the fact that I was working full-time, working 60 to 70 hours a week, and also volunteering at my church, teaching English Spanish class at our church. And so I was completely busy, never had a business before, never had sold anything. Of course, I was busy, just so many reasons why I wouldn't have got started. I went ahead and got started just to get extra $200 in cash. And so since then, Mary Kay's just brought me tons and tons of intangible things as far as girlfriends, flexible time, and we were talking about flexibility. And so just get a call from Silvia and get to plan a trip and just up and go. And so that, and so many things that have come from our Mary Kay business, and I'm really excited about.
Good afternoon, I'm Anita Ravella from Port Neches, Texas, proud director of Anita's Divas, Pink Cadillac Kitty, going for national. And the neat thing about Mary Kay is the strength it gives you. Before Mary Kay, I was very, very negative and very shy, and I wanted something positive to do, and that's why I started this business. My husband basically saw me and said, Tony, you will get positive, because I hate that. At the refinery, I didn't like to get up and be at that bridge at 6:30 every morning, and I had a small baby, that one right there, and so I learned that I could work this business, be flexible, and have an executive pay, and things that would keep me from making the decision to join. Shyness was the #1 thing, because Carol, remember, I told her there is no one in Port Arthur, Texas that is ever going to buy Mary Kay. And she looked at me and said, get out there and go find those people. There are people everywhere. I don't care what you think about this economy. We are proving them wrong. Vidor, Beaumont, this whole area is on the list of the worst cities to ever live in. And we're proving it wrong as we form a Diva National area. I'm so proud of Silvia, and I'll say more, but also just to get to be with my children. We just got back from New Orleans. We had an amazing NOLA trip. Both of my daughters got to go to this wedding, and we were able to be flexible. And when I was gone, I sold like $500, and I wasn't even in town, so just it keeps coming in.
Hello, my name is Carol Gant. I drove in from Sugar Land, Texas, and I brought Suzette Holly with me from Houston. I celebrated 33 years with Mary Kay this year. It's been the best 33 years of my life, and I'm a long-lived person. So. And just to show you how you build your business, I did a skincare class with 2 ladies and a little baby sitting on the table in an infant carrier about 32 and a half years ago. And that was Anita Ravella. She bought her first skincare from me. And Emily was sitting in the That's the history that you see right here.
That's amazing.
Isn't that a great story? And now her children are older than that. But through those years, I too have brought my entire family a more positive lifestyle, one with a lot of, gosh, I have so many purses I have to rent out a U-Haul for all the different prizes that are brought to us. Because I don't know about you, I like Christmas every quarter. Birthdays is something that's fun, and that's Mary Kay knew that we as women did not get the recognition that we needed and deserved. So she's given us that opportunity to grow and to build our businesses. The best part is we get to sell a fabulous skincare product that makes us look younger than we really are. Right? Yep. You think that looks good? It's that new toning lotion. Oh, that new toning here and the Cellulon here. I am a very high maintenance woman. I don't think I could afford anything if I didn't get it at our cost. So anyway, we are so glad to be here for Silvia today to celebrate her success and her team's success. And I know that it's going to be amazing journey for her. And we're so proud of her.
And last but not least, no, I'm just kidding. So my name is Lisa Bland. I have had my Mary Kay business. March 1st was my 3rd anniversary. I have been a sales director since last November, so I just debuted. I'm a brand new sales director as well. I started my Mary Kay business for the sole purpose of supplementing my husband's income. I've helped him grow a very successful land clearing business for the past 17 years. And when the recession hit and the housing market fell, our income dropped 50%, so money was really, really tight. We have 6 children, 4 of which are still home and still minors. I've been a stay-at-home mom all of our married life, 23 years. Homeschooled our children, fixing to start our 17th year, and I did not want to go back to work. I didn't want to go to work. I wanted to still stay home and take care of my babies and still homeschool. So I started my Mary Kay business for that sole purpose of supplementing my husband's income, and I have done just that. As a consultant, my highest commission check was $700, a little over $700. But when I debuted as a sales director, my highest commission check has been over $5,500 in 1 month. And I'm driving a nice Mary Kay career car that is Mary Kay provides for me for free, and all I do is pay 15% of the insurance. So it's really awesome. We've earned our 2nd career car since November, and we are now in the Ford Fusion. It should be here any day. So, and we're working to finish our Cadillac by the end of June. So my unit is called Lisa's Radiant Ladies, because we are radiating joy and love and peace all over Southeast Texas. So anyway, I am so blessed to be here because Silvia is absolutely amazing, and I cannot wait to share more about our relationship and what she has done for me. So anyway, thank y'all for coming.
I want to recognize the final director, the newest kid on the block, of course, the lady of the hour. And I just want to tell y'all a little bit of how we met. If you think that story that Carol told is incredible, there are so many stories like that. So how in the world did I get connected with Silvia Martinez? Well, when I was teaching, remember I told you I was a bilingual educator, right? I met another fellow bilingual educator who was amazing, and she was the trainer for all the teachers. Her name was Joyce Quesada. Her name is Joyce Quesada. And I would hear about her all the time. Miss Quesada, she taught me this. And, you know, I came in without a pedagogy background, so I was always, like, looking for everything that I could learn to be a better teacher. And so I met Miss Quesada, like, one time. We became Facebook friends, y'all. And then I left because I had the baby. I don't even remember. I do remember. I was sitting at a stoplight, and you know, back a while back, Facebook would like show everything that was happening. Like so-and-so posted on so-and-so's wall, and it still does on the full screen of it, but on the right-hand side, it shows like the whole, like a ticker of everything that's happening in real time. So I just happened to see Joyce Quesada posted on her daughter's wall, whom I was not friends with, that said, you know, are you still in Mary Kay? And I was like, that's weird. So I quickly sent her a message, like at a red light, like I usually do. And I just said, hey Joyce, super cool that you're looking for Mary Kay. If your daughter isn't in Mary Kay, let me know. I'll be happy to help you out. And so that little message, after a year and a half, she joined my team. She recruited her daughter Lisa, the lady that she had posted on, because she wasn't in Mary Kay anymore. She recruited Lisa. Lisa recruited Virginia, who is Sylvia's mom, and then I distinctly remember, and it was so funny because all of these people were out-of-towners. Corpus Christi was where Lisa was from, so I'm on the phone talking to her, getting her started. Then she brings on Virginia. Virginia's in Dallas, and I'm like, oh, you know, we're talking, and so she's like, well, I'm excited, my daughter's going to join my team, and so Silvia eventually ended up joining. She really didn't want to because she's assistant superintendent of a school district. She's very busy. She told me she didn't have time, blah, blah. And anyway, eventually she ends up joining. And I'm like, and I remember being in my driveway having this conversation because the kids were asleep or something, and I get real loud when I talk on the phone. And so I'm outside and I'm like, oh, and where are you from? Thinking she's going to say El Paso or, you know, Amarillo or some other random city in Texas. And she goes, well, actually, Emily, you're not going to believe this. And I'm like, well, where are you? She's like, I'm in Orange. And I was like, Orange? Really? I know where that is. Right on the freeway. And I'll never forget that moment, the first time that we talked on the phone. And you know, 3 years later, here we are. And so I wanted to share that with you because sometimes I think as beauty consultants, or not even as beauty consultants in life, we're like, how are we doing this? Why am I doing this? Is this even really worth it? Is this actually, is any, why am I here? Why am I doing this one little action? I can't see. You can't see the big picture. You can only see a couple steps in front of you. But God can see everything beyond. And so just keep doing those efforts. And in due time, it's going to reap a good reward because you can't see what's down the future. Who would have known? I would have never in a million years thought that 3 years I'd be here celebrating Silvia as a brand new director, the night that I took that phone call. And so without further ado, I just want to introduce you to one of my, not only newest offspring director, but my great friend. She has taught me so much. She's a doctor, ladies and gentlemen. She has her doctorate in education. And that takes a lot of time and effort. And so she's been able to really teach me. I don't have a doctorate. And so she's been able to teach me a lot about coaching and just things in education that translate so beautifully to Mary Kay. And so I'm just so thankful for that. I'm thankful for our friendship. I'm thankful that God placed you in my life. And I will not say anything else or I'll start crying.
Thank you so much.
Those are for later.
Oh, okay. I'll take that.
Thank you, everyone. It's an honor to be before you today, and I do love the stories. I love hearing the stories, and so I'll tell y'all my reason why I love Mary Kay so much this week. It's the being able to do the job on the go. I know we've said a lot about the flexibility, but it's being able to do it on the go. So this morning, I'm getting my hair done, and there's a room of folks, and the owner of the shop's doing hair over here, and my hairdresser's doing my style. And I'm telling her all about what's going to happen today because she couldn't be here. And then he says, Mary Kay? And I said, yes, and I'm about to debut as a director today. His agreement is in. So we have our first Empire Maker official new team member today. So I'm just so grateful that, yes, God just coincides those paths, and you never know whose life you're going to touch when you wake up to do what you do every day. So thank y'all so much for being here.
Well, at this time, we are going to have our official rose ceremony. This is traditional. And what we're going to do is we're going to have Silvia, let's see, stand right here, actually. And then what we'll do is I'll give every director a rose. And then you will present it to Silvia, and as you present it to her, I want you to either affirm her with something that you know about her that's going to make her an awesome leader, that makes that she's already an awesome leader, or just anything that you have to say that's on your heart. Certainly don't want your mascara to run, so keep it simple, sweet. I'm coming, y'all, sorry. These are nice. These have little individual water vials.
Only the best for Silvia.
And they're sparkling. Goodness gracious. Ew. There we go. Yeah, let's do that. And then everyone will have to do. And we'll just start from this side. You want to start? Oh, me, I'm the last.
I gotta be first. The last shall be first, and the first shall be last. No. I should address this. Okay. So let's see. We've known each other about almost 2 years, I think. The one thing that that I love about you, first of all, is your faith. You have taught me how to put God first. Even though you may not know that, but that is what has helped me to become
the director that I have become and that I'm growing to become. Your business-like manner, your love that you have for everybody, including myself. Even if I haven't been the person that I should be, you still show me the love and the concern that you had for me. God, Sylvia, and I've always known that you should be in this position. And I think I even have told you that, yes, you can do this, you can do this. And so I'm so proud that you finally have just taken that step. You've made that decision and taken that step because you are going to go so far. So you're welcome. I guess I could give you this, huh?
When I think of Sylvia, I think of a professional woman with a sparkle. Now, many women get to sparkle in their professional job, but in Mary Kay, you can give it all you've got.
When I think of Sylvia, I get exhausted.
I listen to her every week. You know, most of us say, well, I do this during the day, and then I'm a Mary Kay consultant. She's like, well, I do this, and I do this, and I do this, and I do this, and I do this. And I'm also a Mary, and I don't know how, you blow me away. You blow me away with everything that you do. And then, you know, on top of everything else that you have going on, you don't just become a director with the minimum, right? You become a director with like a full big blown unit. I am literally blown away by you every single day. I am so proud. I am not surprised. And I just love you so much.
This is my family, and I'm not gonna cry.
Because your tacos have wings.
We've had some good fajita cookouts, and my husband loves you. He's not in the car. He's sorry that he couldn't be here. So when I think of you, I think of a woman of her word. I think of a woman that is determined. I think of her as a woman that is a very good time manager with that periscope going on. I think of Sylvia as a person that has the inner beauty that God has given her. And they have inspired her and her mother. I'm not leaving you out, Virginia, okay? You started this. The prayer line that they've started, I promise I'll be back. We're always praying, you know that. You just keep going. But just the fact that you did this, I knew you always would. It was just God's timing, right?
That's right.
And I know you're going to be an amazing Cadillac and national sales director. I see that coming. I mean, look at her, y'all. Would y'all stand up for her? Look at this beautiful
When I think of you, I think of undying faithfulness and true determination and just so much kindness, you know, in your heart and in your eyes. And I'm so in awe of you for setting a goal before you even saw it. You know, faith is, you know, believing in things unseen. And that's what she did. And I'm just really impressed with you. And I've been bragging about you in Dallas about this awesome friend of mine who has unshakable faith. And so I see that, and I know that with that, you have that, and you're just going to go sky's the limit. So proud of you.
Yeah. Okay, so I have 3 words to describe you. Some of them, well, I had more than that, but a couple of them were already said, which is good because I wanted to use 3 words. So, because you're on third grade. So the first word that, if you don't know about Sylvia, is abundance. Everything is and then some. You know, sometimes I have to and I've learned from her that I need to be more abundant in my thinking because sometimes I'm like, let's scale it down a little bit. You know, she's like, woo, and I'm like, swinging her in. But I love that about her because, you know, it's her and it's what she needs and it's what we all need is to grow our capacity to believe and our capacity to think. The second one is selflessness. She is always thinking about others, y'all. Always thinking about others. If I haven't called her in a week because life is just crazy and I'm all wrapped up in my own life, she's calling me to touch base. She's calling me to check on me and make sure I'm okay. She does that for other people all the time. I know that, and it's just amazing. I can't even. If we reap what we sow, Silvia's harvest is going to be ridiculous. That's the only word I have for it. Because she's constantly giving of herself, and she's always putting others before her own personal needs. I call her my $1 million baby. She gonna make me $1 million. And then the third thing about Silvia is just she exudes love. She's just a loving person. I know that those of you that have never maybe just met her a couple times, this is your first, second, or third time to ever meet her, maybe even your very first time. Like, I know you can just feel her love because she has God within. And that's where her love comes from. And we just love you so much, girl. I love you. And we have one final rose. We have a very special red jacket here that's going to have a special honor to be able to take part in the rose ceremony today. But that is because we wouldn't be here if it wasn't for this beautiful lady who is, of course, Silvia's mom, Virginia. So she's going to give you your final rose.
Wow, I am honored because I've been to ceremonies and have never seen a red jacket follow directors. Everybody clap.
I love Virginia. I love her.
How'd that happen? That purple is just jumping on. Well, I can say a lot about Silvia. I'm going to share text messages that Silvia sent me. In the morning, she sent me a message to ask me if I'm doing okay, even though she just left to work and she just saw me maybe 5 minutes ago, or 3 because her job's not full. So she'll call and ask, text how I am, and if I say, that I'm doing okay and all, and if I say something like, when you come home, don't forget this or whatever, and she'll text me back and say, oh, I'm glad you reminded me, thank you. And if she's asking me to bring her something from somewhere, she texts me, asks me to bring it, and she says, thank you. Any text that applies to that thank you, she puts thank you. And I'm going like, sometimes when she sends it and it says thanks or thank you, I'm going, she doesn't have to say that to me. She doesn't have to say thank you. As a mother, I feel like that's my place to do. And if she asks me to do something, but to me, when she does that, it's like Mother's Day every day.
Wow. Mm-hmm.
And I feel very proud to be her mom. You've heard the ladies say all that they did, and I'm glad that my little thing has water because I'm going to talk a little bit. But no, she's just amazing. I don't know how many of y'all know it's her birthday today. Because it's part of my rose ceremony. When Silvia was born and I brought her home, I remember that she was all dressed in pink. She had pink, everything. I mean, the dress was fluffy and so beautiful. And she says Tina from the beginning. And she's been loving, she's been kind, she cares. She's a very caring person. And sometimes I feel like as a mother, she's passed me up, she's passed me by. And like farther than what I can do as a mother, she does it. And she completes my life. And I just really feel really proud of her. And I'd like to, I know he's going to kill me, but I'd like to ask Brother Martinez to come here. Reverend, we need to no. Yay, Reverend!
Happy birthday.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
I love you.
I love you.
He's been such a big part of this, but I'll let Silvia tell you all about that. But I really appreciate everything everybody's done today for her. Even if you just, you know, met her and said hello to her, I appreciate it. And I'm just thankful. I say a lot more, but I know that. And then she lends me her car. She loans me her car. I'm going to finish with this. Her car, all you have to do is press a button and it'll start. You press the brake and press the button. That's it. And sometimes when we get in my truck or when I go to Dallas and I get in our Focus, I'm sitting there waiting. I'm looking for the button. Pressing the brake and using the button. I say, no, Virginia, this one uses a key. But I love you, babe. I love you, Mom.
All the lovely directors.
Well, thank you again, everyone, for being here, and thank you for the affirmations. I love each and every one of you very much, and I know that y'all have invested your time and your energy and your efforts in my success and the success of our team. And so I'm very, very proud of our empire makers, and I know we're going to do great things. And I want to recognize a lot of people who've been a part of this success. And so I'd like to begin with my family. So Mommy and Daddy, come on up.
I'm trying to get more applicants, but I made some change.
And if you're looking for the secret to the success of trying to get your husband to do stuff, have a daughter. Because he'll say no to you, but then he'll do what you want. So Mom and Dad, y'all are representing all of our family here today. And I want to thank you so much, first and foremost, for coming to Orange. I know that that has been God's plan and a really big sacrifice on your part, but you're benefiting the children and the community of Orange, but especially me. I love having y'all around. I told my dad, I don't even think I told my mom, I said, I think I finally realized not my issue, but what's up with me. Because I kind of sort of need an assistant for everything. And it's because I was getting ready, and this was weeks ago, and I was going to call my mom and say, would you bring me? Would you bring me? And I thought, oh my gosh, like from the day I've been born, if I need something, all I have to do is ask my mom for it. And so I just think that's the way the world works. You know? And so thank you, Mom, for you first taking the step in Mary Kay many years ago, and for just loving, people. That's what's drawn you to the company, and it's what. Y'all, the other part of the story, what Emily didn't tell you guys, is that I'm the one who hooked my mom up with Lisa because I just wanted her discount. So I was like, so Mom, are you going to do Mary Kay or are you not? Because I need to know what I'm going to do. And so what happened was she called me after she told Emily she would join her, she joined Lisa, whatever it was she did. She called me and she said, so Sylvia, I want you to join my team. And in that instant, in that moment, I said, Mom, she said, this is what she said. She said, Sylvia, are you ready? And I said, yes, Mom. I said, you are ready and I'll be ready. I wanted to honor her for honoring me. So thank you, Mom. I love you too. Okay. And Dad, thank you so much. Again, like I said, not only for coming to Orange, but all you've done for us our whole life and all the sacrifices that you've made. not only for me, but for my family. And so that y'all will know, my dad and I, we finished up our teaching certification together. We did our master's program together. We did the doctorate. I finished the dissertation. He did. And one day, I've reflected on that a lot, and one day, it wasn't too long ago, because I just couldn't let that go that he hadn't finished, because there's a 10-year expiration date. If you don't get it done, it's over. And I said, Daddy, I'm so sorry that you didn't get done. And he said, Sylvia, he said, you got what you needed, and that's all that matters. And that's so God is a little bit about my dad. So thank y'all so much. I love you. And now, I'd like to honor the amazing three. So, Mama, you were part of that, so you're good. So now we're down to amazing two. Christina and Anita, would y'all please come up?
I know, right? Get the tissue.